Hello, Classic Crew, and welcome to today's episode of The Scoop. If you are new to my channel, The Scoop is our opportunity to catch up, go over what went on over the course of the week, and just act like we're having a chat, grabbing a cup of coffee together. So I love having this opportunity to talk to you all. Here on my channel, we talk about commentary, lifestyle, beauty, fashion, and opera, all from a classic and conservative perspective. So if that's something you'd be interested in, please subscribe to my channel and make sure to hit that notification bell because then you'll be notified of all my new videos. Make sure to let me know in the comments what you have been up to over the course of the week and respond to the things I'm talking about. I love hearing what you guys have to say, and I always sit and go through the comments for a bit after I post. So grab something to drink and let's get into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is that today is actually a Jewish holiday. It is Purim. So Purim started last night, and it's one of my absolute favorite holidays because it's the holiday where we celebrate Esther. If you don't know the story of Esther, it's absolutely incredible, and you should definitely take some time and look it up. I'm not going to give the entire story today because it's very long, but it's fantastic. Honestly, the fact that there isn't an incredible movie based on the story of Esther blows my mind because it is amazing. It is such an incredible story, and Esther was such a heroine. She is so inspirational. I talked about her in another video I did talking about women from the Bible and how inspiring they are, so make sure to check out that video too. But today we are celebrating the story of Esther, and we're celebrating the fact that the Jews were not destroyed. Another day that we're celebrating the Jews not being destroyed. So on the holiday of Purim, we have some special customs that we do, as well as certain things that we must do, certain laws that we must uphold. So the first thing that we do is we dress up and we put on costumes. I'm personally not in a costume right now because I'm filming for you guys, but if I were to go out to a Purim party, I would definitely be wearing a costume. And the reason that we do this is because the story of Esther looks, if you just read it, like there were no miracles involved. And so we say that God hid his face in the story of Esther because he's not ever directly mentioned in the Megillah, which is the story that is written of Esther. But if you actually look closer, you can see how many miracles actually happened for the Jews to be redeemed and saved. And so we dress up because we are mimicking that God masked himself, didn't show himself obviously through his miracles, and so we too are dressing up and disguising ourselves. That's just one reason why we dress up on Purim. Now there are 4 things that we must do on Purim. So 1, we have to listen to the Megillah twice. It's actually the written story of Esther. We have to listen to it in person, and we have to hear every single word. We hear it the night of Purim and then the next day. So I have heard the Megillah twice in the last 2 days. Next, we have to give money to the poor, and we have to give little baskets with 2 different kinds of foods to people that we know in our community. And last but not least, we have to have a meal together, a festive meal. So Purim is a really fun holiday. It's not a Jewish holiday in the sense that we can't do work, we can't use electricity, things like that. This holiday, we can drive, we can go to work, everything is permissible, but we also have to do these other things. So I love Purim, it's really special, and if you hear about Purim, now you'll know what it is. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the new design for the US Postal Service's trucks. I don't know if you saw this, but it is so funny looking. So the US Postal Service has had these trucks that they've had for a very long time, and they don't have air conditioning. They're very uncomfortable. Apparently there are a lot of issues with them, and some of them have even been on the road since 1985. So they're actually redesigning the US Postal Service's trucks to be better for the people who are driving them and just to be updated. But they're really silly looking, and it is so much fun. I kind of can't wait till they're on the road because they look like they would be in a Pixar movie. Like they have a very thin little front and a huge window, and they don't look like cars that we see on the road every day. We don't see cars that look like this. So these are very unique looking and very kind of funny. And I'm sure that there are specific reasons why they are designed the way that they are, but it was going around on Twitter. People were laughing about it because they look so different. They look like they belong in the movie Cars. They look like something that you could draw as a child and would not be able to draw what a real car looked like. It's pretty funny. Next up, let's talk about Hasbro. So Hasbro on Twitter announced that Mr. Potato Head was now going gender neutral, and he would now be known as Potato Head. Why? Who needs that? I don't understand. We have a Mr. Potato Head, we have a Mrs. Potato Head. Now we just have Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head. Like, what's happening to Mrs. Potato Head? What happened to her? I think that the idea that we need to make a toy be politically correct is so ridiculous and so virtue signaling that I can't take it seriously. I mean, honestly, he's a potato. The idea that we're trying to make a Mr. Potato Head doll into a gender-neutral hero is just Hasbro's way of trying to get in the news. And I tweeted about this and I said, Hasbro has also announced that they're giving themselves a gender-neutral new name. Has. Because if you're going to take away Mr. Potato Head's gender, you might as well get rid of the word bro from your name. I also wanted to chat about going to afternoon tea with my girlfriends this past weekend. It was so lovely. I've never done something like this. So one of my girlfriends reached out to me and she said that she had found afternoon tea at a hotel in DC. And I thought that sounded lovely. It reminded me of Downton Abbey. And if I can be in Downton Abbey, if I can wear a pretty dress and drink fancy tea, I am always down. Let's do it. So we scheduled it for February and we got dressed up and it was amazing. It was so classic. Honestly, it was one of the more classic things I've done lately, and I'm very happy I got the opportunity to do it. I don't know if this is something that's available in a lot of different hotels, so definitely look it up and see if maybe in your area there are hotels that do afternoon tea, because it's so nice and it makes you feel like such a lady. You have to put on a nice dress and you're drinking beautiful tea out of fine china. There was a woman there who was playing the harp and it was a really special experience. It might be something nice for you to do with your mom. It might be something nice for you to do with some girlfriends. And it's just a very lovely thing to do, especially, I don't know why this is true, but especially as we're approaching spring, because it just feels like the perfect time to be drinking a nice cup of tea. I mean, afternoon tea in spring and summer is actually more kind of relevant than in winter. So we went in February expecting it to start warming up, but it happened to be that was a very cold weekend. So hopefully we get the opportunity to go again when it's a little bit warmer outside. But speaking of spring, does it not feel like spring is just around the corner? I am so excited. My daily walks have been reintroduced into my life. I've been walking around and it has been lovely outside. It's not totally warm yet, but it's sunny and it's crisp. Ooh, it is so beautiful outside. And honestly, I didn't realize how much my mood was getting down from not doing those daily walks. I am very much a spring and summer person. Maybe fall too, depending on the year. This past year, I was very much a fall person. But January, February, those are not my favorite months. I very much like spring and summer. So as it's getting warmer outside and I can actually go for a walk, I'm so excited. I can't wait. And because of this, we've had a new cat, come and visit us. So I don't know if you guys remember, but in the fall we had a cat come and visit us. We named her classically Tabby, and she was a white and orange cat. She was super cute. She would just sit outside on our patio and I would go outside and pet her. But more recently, we've had another cat come and join us, and this cat we named Catsically Abby, and this one is black, and it's very sweet. And so actually both of them have now been visiting us. Classically Tabby, she disappeared throughout winter, but now it's starting to warm up again, so we've seen her more. And Catsically Abby only appeared in the wintertime, but now they're both here because it's kind of like cold and warm, so we'll see how often they come and visit. But we're thinking about putting a little bowl of food out on our front patio for the two of them so that they know they can always come and visit. I also wanted to talk about a few things that I have been watching. So I recently rewatched the movie About Time, and I had forgotten how lovely of a movie that is. I mean, I always loved it, but rewatching it, I cried a lot. And it's because even though the movie is kind of billed like a romantic comedy, and there definitely is romance and a romantic comedy theme to it, it's actually more of a movie about father-son relationships. And it's very emotional and it's really well done. I would recommend it if you're looking for something to watch tonight. check it out. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below what you guys have been up to. If you're looking forward to spring, everything you've been thinking, let me know in the comments down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me out when you do that, and make sure to ring that notification bell because I know that a lot of people don't get notified when my videos go up, so make sure to ring that notification bell. If you'd like to receive my bi-monthly newsletter into your inbox just twice a month and get a little dose of classic into your inbox, make sure to head to the description box. There's a link there. If you want to follow me on my socials, it's Classically Abby absolutely everywhere. I'm on Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Anywhere you can think of, I'm probably there, so make sure to follow me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!